All right. So we have been looking at expanding so far. So far we've been looking at expanding. But what is the opposite of expanding? Yes?
Factorizing.
Factorizing. So that's the opposite. So that's what we're going to look at today. Factorizing. Okay? So we've looked at something like this. 3 bracket x plus 2. We've expanded that out, haven't we? Okay, so we've expanded that out. What happens when we expand that out?
3x plus 6.
Good. So that process going that way is called expanding. But the process going backwards is called
Factorizing.
okay, factorizing. Now, when we factorize, what are we trying to look for in an expression? Come on. We're looking for factors. Okay, so let's have a look at our books. In particular, zooming in page sort of 35, 34, 35. Okay, this is our review of factorization. So when we're looking for factors, we need to look at the factors of an expression. So let's have a look at a couple of examples. The first thing we always do is we try to factorize by looking for a highest common factor. Can everybody say highest common factor?
Highest common factor.
Okay, so this is our first thing. By finding highest common factor. You always do that first. So e.g., let's do a couple of examples. All of these is going to be factorize. Let's go 4x plus 8 to start with. 4x plus 8. We're going to try and factorize this expression. I see your hand up. Yes?
Is it 4 and then bracket?
It is. Now, why have you pulled 4 out the front?
Because it's at the start of the equation.
It's going to be at the start of the equation, but 4, there's something special about 4 in terms of 4x and 8.
Yeah, because it's 4 times x and then 4 times 2 is 8.
Yeah. So that means that 4 is the highest common factor. Okay? So we look at 4x and we look at 8 and we go, what is the highest common factor of 4x and 8? Now remembering 4x is 4 times x, and 8, well, we can write 8 as 4 times 2, can't we? So 4 is the same in both of them. 4 bracket x plus 2, because 2 times 4 is 8. Now, how can you check if you factorize something correctly without even turning to the back of the book? Expand it. So you can actually expand it, but it doesn't. We know we've factorized when factorizing is putting things into the bracket form. Okay? Expanding is getting rid of brackets. Should we do another one? Let's have another go. What about factorize 10x squared minus 5x? 10x squared minus 5x. First, have a look at the coefficients. Remember, the coefficient is the number in front of the x. Yeah.
Right. Is it 5x bracket 2x take 1?
Hands up if you agree. Lots of hands on this side of the room. Let's check and see hands here. So you're putting 5x out the front because you're saying 5x would be the highest common factor. Let's think 10 and 5. What's the highest common factor of 10 and 5? 5. 5 is the biggest number. We've got x squared and we've got x. What's in common to both x squared and x? X is. So yes, 5x is the highest common factor. Great. Then we put the brackets and we have to go, what do we times 5x by to get 10x squared? Which is 2x. Now, why did I put a minus sign there? because there's a minus sign here as well. Positive times a negative, it's going to become that. Okay? All right, I want you to have a go. You have a go at question 3. You have a go here. Noah, give me a number between 1 and 100. Between 1 and 20. Let's make it a bit easy. Between 1 and 20. 15. Okay. Got 15. 15. Give me a letter.
S.
S. S cubed plus 10 S. All right, have a go by yourself or with the person next to you at that question. Go. Okay, how did we go? What's the highest common factor of those two? 5. And we've got S cubed and we've got S. So what's in common? S. Bracket. 3S squared plus 2. Okay. Well done. Okay? Well done. Alright, we're good to go with starting 2D.1. In about 10 minutes or so, I'll do a quick mini lesson on 2D.2. But remember, if you get these questions done, all I'm asking for is question 1. There are the examples that you can have a look at as well. But I'll do the short mini lesson in about 10 minutes. Yeah, questions? Yep. So something like this. That one there? Okay. How many terms do we have? We've got 2 terms. This term and this term. What's the highest common factor? Always start with what's the highest common factor. What's in common to both of these? Not just 5. Not 5x. X plus 5 is in common. Okay? Treat x plus 5 like imagine if this was this 3 star plus x star. Star's in common, isn't it? Or if it was 3a plus xa. A is in common, isn't it? So x plus 5. Let's put that as our highest common factor. Bracket. What do you times x plus 5 by to get 3x plus 5? 3. Plus, what do you times x plus 5 by to get x plus 5? X. That's it. Interesting.
No, I'm just asking for it.
Yeah, good. No, it's good. It's a slightly different form. Yeah. How many terms do we have there?
3.
Terms are separated by a plus or minus sign. The minus there. We've got this term.
We've got 2.
We've got this term. Okay? We look for a highest common factor. What's the same in both terms? So we write that as the highest common factor. And then we put B bracket. What do you times x plus 2 by to get x plus 2? Squared.
X plus 2.
So let's put that there. What do you times x plus 2 by to get minus 5 x plus 2?
5. Oh wait, negative 5.
Negative 5. Good. Now, we need to tidy up inside the bracket. X plus 2 is 1. X plus 2 take 5. We don't need to do the timing thing.
Yeah, sorry, but
There's no time thing happening there. All it is it's just saying x plus 2 take 5.
so to x take away 3.
Yeah, it's x take away 3. And that's it. Done. Okay, class. Can I get you to put your pens down and have your eyes to the board? Do you remember us looking at the rule of difference of two squares when we were expanding out? Everything in factorization is just the same rules that we've done, but just backwards. Okay? So if you have a phrase that's in this form, a squared take b squared, in factorized form, it's always this, a plus b, a take b. You may want to even now start writing a short list of formulas. This is one of the key formulas. So in the next exercise, this is the formula you're going to use. Let me show you 3 short examples of this. The first one, fully factorize x squared minus 4 squared. Is that in the form for us to use the difference of two squares?
Yes.
Yes. Why is it? Because it's got a minus, and each of these are squares. So what could we write that as?
X plus 4, x plus 16.
We don't even need to write x plus 16, it's just x plus 4, because 4 is there. X plus 4 in brackets, and what's going to be in the second bracket?
X minus 2.
X minus 4. Okay?
Oh.
Because it's x squared take 4 squared.
Is that all we have to write?
That's all you have to do. I know it's hard doing these at first because you're like, am I finished? Am I done? I don't really know.
3a. I've kind of heard you explaining it to someone, but I don't understand it. I saw the answer, I just don't understand how it went.
Have a look at this. So, can I just explain this and then I'll answer that one? Is that right? This second one. Is the second one a difference of two squares? No, not yet. Could we rewrite this 9 so that it's a square number? How can we rewrite 9 as a square number? So could we write it as x squared take 3 squared? Yes? And now what can we do?
Wait.
Do the thing.
Wait, if it's, would it be a positive then? Would it have to be a positive 9?
It's x squared take 9.
Well, because it's a negative 3 squared, wouldn't that make it a positive 9?
No, but notice the minus, it's not in brackets. It's not like this.
Okay.
Okay? Because there's no brackets, it's a negative. Good question. How can we write this in difference of two squares form?
X plus 3, x minus 3.
Good. Well done. One last one. 100x squared minus y squared. Is this in difference of two squares form?
Yeah. Or no.
Yeah.
Almost.
Wouldn't it be 10x squared?
Can we rewrite this first thing as a square number?
Yes.
Could we write it as 10x all squared
Yes.
minus y squared? Yeah, now we're cooking with gas. Alright? Here we go. Alright. What do we do next? Can we write it in factored form now?
Yes.
What does it look like?
10x and then 10x is A and y is B.
Yep.
Yes.
And that's in fully factored form.
We just cook with
Okay? We are cooking with gas.